Audio Jungle.
Jordon Fite and Moya interview Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Let's talk about it. Power Rangers Day is off to a great start with Hasbro's Entertainment Studio E1 announcing that the cast of Power Rangers Dino Fury is making the leap to a third season title of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Given that the fans are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the franchise, it's fitting that the current group of Rangers is getting its opportunity for the first time since the original cast of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers returned for Power Rangers Zeo. But even as long-running franchise looks back on the history, it's also focused on moving forward. Part 2 of Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2 lands on Netflix September 29th, and the team is ready to take things to the next level. Not only are the fights more epic, but the emotions are flying high. How that will translate to Power Rangers Cosmic Fury has yet to be revealed. But there's no doubt that the finale will set its audience and characters up for a big payoff in the third season. Even though who thinks they know what's coming better prepared for the ride of their life, if the stars of the shows are to be believed. Screen Rant spoke to Power Rangers Dino Fury stars Jordon Fite and Moya to celebrate Hasbro's Power Week, and they share how they feel about transitioning into Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, what their favorite moments have been from Season 2, and how much impact the Power Rangers franchise has had on their lives. Guys, it is Power Rangers Day. We're getting into the 30th anniversary of the show, and for the first time since Mighty Morphin, there's going to be the cast that's coming back for the third season. What does it mean to you guys to be returning for the franchise? Jordon Fite, man, this is an honor. It is an honor itself, man. First of all, it was a season of firsts, and this is just set the bar even higher. Going back for a third season, which hasn't happened since the original Mighty Morphin, like, how crazy? Like, how crazy is that? I'm very honored and glad to be a part of this journey. Moya, I gotta be careful what I'm about to say here, but I think coming in, you're a little biased towards your own, but I feel like once we started, it was kind of thinking, I don't know, man. I have a little feeling there might be something different about this, and I think that was correct. I think we all had a very accurate hunch, and it has happened, so here we are. Now we know the official title, Cosmic Fury. We're keeping that Fury part of it, so talk to me about what Cosmic part means. Oh man, that's a leap, because in our show, we did Cosmic Gateway. As soon as that happened, I knew it was something that was related. I'm like, that's the perfect title, Cosmic Fury. And because we already breaching the Cosmic Gateway, especially me, when I found the Shadow Key. Yeah, that was great, man. I feel like it was the perfect title for us in the cast. Favorite memories? Oh man, I think the season as a whole, shooting the ending part of Season 2 is probably the best memory for probably all of us, because we're getting to the end and we're just getting all the answers that everyone wants, because we don't know the answers just like how everybody else is. And it's like, oh shoot, I wonder what's going to happen. We're also like, we don't know what's going to happen because we don't get our scripts until it's time to shoot them, so we're all excited. And then all the way to the ending and the build up, we're shooting it. Just like that last part we had, a lot of cool shooting locations, and it was just really surreal shooting that. My favorite memory was shooting the last part at really cool locations. I won't give it away. Jordon Fite, First, the whole season in general, the whole season 2 was outstanding. I wouldn't say it touched a different audience, but according to the writing, it was more like, okay, I understand this. Okay, it's a plot. That's what I really love about season 2. And man, the second part of season 2, oh my gosh, I'm really lost for words because I can't wait for everyone to see it. First of all, and second, the last couple of episodes are going to keep you on your toes and going to have you thinking and really locked into the television. That was really my favorite part. Man, I don't want to give any spoilers out at this moment, but that was really one of my favorite parts of the series. The second half of the season hits emotionally almost throughout the course of the whole series. Credit to everyone behind the scenes that did a phenomenal job of capturing such emotion. You guys bring a lot more range than we're used to seeing in the show. I know Simon Bennett directed the finale, so talk to me about what he brought to that. Moya, he's coming in with a lot of experience, and he's the showrunner of the show, and he helped us with the last episode. It was everything coming together, and it was a great way to wrap it up because he was the showrunner from the start to the end, and when he comes in and he's able to just help us and bring the most out of us, especially in a lot of those scenes in the last couple of episodes, they're quite heavy actually. And like you said, we're definitely bringing a deeper range of Power Rangers. He really helped us a lot and brought the best out of us in those very crucial scenes that really tug on the heartings of the audiences. He was very supportive and really helped us out. Cosmic Fury is going to be hitting us next year, and we all know the Simon Bennett is returning for this. What you're excited for the fans to discover, obviously without giving anything away. It just carries over, man, from season to season. When it carries over into 2, perfect storyline. 2 will hopefully carry over into season 3. It's gonna leave guys speechless. I feel, for me personally, this is the perfect opportunity for the Power Rangers franchise to turn that leaf. Not necessarily with getting out of that kid area, but just turning that leaf over into something new. I feel like that's what the world needs right now, something new. I'm glad we're able to do that and do it on a platform like Netflix as well. Guys, look at Cosmic Fury as the complication of his trilogy, starting with Dino Fury Season 1. Moya, I never thought of that. I said perhaps so. I guess that's a good term. Yeah, I see it like a good trilogy. As Jordon was saying, it rolls right in. It's really back-to-back. Season 2 goes right in it. And then for season 3, without giving much away, we'll go straight into it. We're right back on track, and there's a lot of cool things coming that we know of. I actually do know some things, and from the start, I think it's going to captivate the audiences right there. There's exciting things to come. We had power-ups from previous Power Ranger teams in the past, going from Mighty Morphin to Zeo to Turbo to In Space, or even Megaforce to Super Megaforce. One thing that's always been apparent with those seasons is the suits. Have you guys ever seen your suits yet? Join Fite? No, I can't wait. I would assume so. I don't think we're doing something new. This is just going off what I think. So I would think we're going into something new. This is going to be new overall in general. Moya, yeah, it's going to be something new. I think everybody and everything we do is going to be pretty much original with this. I feel like the 30th anniversary is really breaking in the mold from what we've seen. We see a lot of that in Dino Fury, by the way. I was shocked by the stunts that you guys do. How much of that actually do you guys do? Yeah, it depends. Looking back at it now, depends not only what you're capable of doing, but also on time and the shooting schedule. If we can get this done now, if we really in a crunch, we're gonna let the stunt person do that. But all of us are very capable of doing it. So on anything that you can really see our face, is usually doing it. I think everyone on the cast has had a good natural ability to be able to do it. I think they really like that because they got the use of that. For Down of Fury, you guys shoot more and more original footage leaning to Cosmic Fury. It seems like they're going to be completely original story, not adapted from anything else from the epic 30th anniversary. What does it mean to you guys to be the lead to that charge for the 30th anniversary? Jordon Fite, man, it's an honor. People just don't understand. Me coming into Rangers, I didn't think being the first African American Gold Ranger was a big thing. I understand that then after the moment laughs. So it's probably going to take me actually going back to film and being in that moment to actually feel what I really feel, because this is big. I feel like this is big for the franchise, and all of us as the cast is a big leap, man. Win the GLAAD Award, and you have changed the game in terms of Power Rangers. One thing we're all admitting about the last time I spoke to you, that you hope Power Rangers continue moving into this direction. What are you excited for fans to see carry over, and when's the last time that you guys were all together? In Fite, we haven't seen each other since probably filming actually, but for Power Morphicon, it's 5 of us here now. We're just missing the awesome, amazing Blue. Luckily, you'll get to see him right now. Moya, I'm in the Outlands, boy. Owly does a lot of growing, and I think that will be very evident as the second half of season 2 drops. I think everyone will enjoy that. Season 3, everyone likes more growth, but you'll see something a little crazy. You'll see something a little nuts. That's what I have to say. During Fite, from season 1, Ions developed already. From when I came into it now, with the second part not even being out, I feel like Ion has grown as a character a little bit when you get to the back half of this season. On to season 3. I feel like you'll see a lot of change in Ion, stuff you haven't seen from him yet. So I can't wait for you guys to see that. This is very new for Ion. How early on the process of doing Down of Fury did you know you'll be returning for a 3rd season? Moya, not very early. We used to joke about it when we first got there. Like I said, first coming in, I think everyone's a little biased towards their season, as we were like, man, I think our show is going to be pretty good. They should do a 3rd season, but everyone's kind of like, they've been doing this for almost 30 years now. It's just a hope and dream. And then as time goes on, you hear a little rumors here and there. It wasn't until we finished with all of season 1 and 2, and it's about time we head back home, and that we finally got a little email saying this might or could happen. We don't know, but here it is. It was a whole thing because it was strong out for months. We're like, here, this might happen. And then 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, 8 months, we still don't know. And we're like, all right, I guess we'll just have to be more patient. So it was a very long time. When you shoot the finale, did you know you were going to be turning for season 3, Moya? No. I'm talking months after shooting the finale. We still don't know. During Fite, yeah, because at point during the finale, it was just rumors going around, thoughts. I've heard this, I think this. It was just thoughts that were running through our heads. But like Kaya said, it all started off with us playing and stuff. We were just playing around with season 3. That'd be crazy. That hasn't happened. Every Ranger does 2 seasons and then they go on. But we're like just playing like if we were the first to do it since Mighty Morphin, you literally will this into extents. And seriously, no exaggeration, rolling into the summer of 2021 and all the way into going into 2022, and we still didn't actually know for a very long time. So when you guys shoot season 2, part 2, you had no idea this was going to come around. That's insane to me. I say that the way the writers wrote it, they left it open, so we knew it was something like, okay, the storyline is left open. Where is this going? Moya, it was definitely a possibility. They left it in just in case. Do you only shoot one ending to your finale, or were there multiple ending shoots? Interesting. We'll take that as no comment. What does being a part of this 30th anniversary and the Power Rangers franchise mean to you? First of all, being a superhero in general, let's start there. It's been a journey for me. I started when I was 19 and now I'm going into 22. These 3 years have been a big learning curve and a big learning experience for me. While doing that, I get to be a Power Ranger, something that I loved as a kid. If you told me 18 years ago I would be a Power Ranger once I hit my 20s, I would have literally told you to get off my face. Please, thank you. You're wasting both of my time. I mean, you're wasting both of our time, but it's a dream come true, really. Like, people just don't understand. This is a dream. As a kid, I was running around in the house doing backflips and kicks, jumping over sofas. My mom can tell you a story right now. I almost got a butt whooping, and we had a shelf of movies and books and things like that, and I have jumped over the couch, knocking every single thing down. My mom was trying to whoop me, and I kept just running around. This is an amazing moment for me in my life and my career. Moya, I think everything just continues to grow because you're first getting in, you're so excited. We put this job and we get to be a Power Ranger, so it's so exciting. And then as time goes on, it gets more exciting. The show airs, kids starts to get to know who you are. You're a big role model for kids and you feel that honor. Wow, this is awesome. And then now it just keeps on building. Season 3 has even more and more history, and it really becomes more surreal as time goes on, because now the show has been airing for longer. More people watch it, and when I go into grocery stores, there's children, and a lot of times they're eyeing me out. They whisper to their moms or dad, like, yeah, he's talking about when people recognize him in the grocery store. So aside from just the storyline, I think the most important thing about being a Power Ranger is that these kids really look up to you. They think you're just the coolest thing they ever seen. During Fite, to piggyback off Fite, I forgot to put in that my story as well. The kids are the biggest part of it. Man, back home in Houston, I go to different schools and talk, just let them know, because you know everything that's been happening in the world with the school shootings and things like that. I just wanted to go and let them know that they're not going through this alone. Kids telling me they were scared to come to school and could I come save? I'm like, yeah, I'm a superhero on the show, but I wouldn't actually tell them, but this is what's going through my mind that leaves me in a bad spot, because now I see what the kids are going through. For me to just go to schools and talk to the kids and make sure their head is on straight is a big part of why I love doing this, and it'll take a toll on me. So I'm glad I have time and space to do that. Kudos to you guys for representing what Power Rangers means to be a real role models. Dino Fury has sprinkled in reference to the past Power Rangers seasons, and we get a lot of that in part 2. Can we expect that going into forward in Cosmic Fury? I would love to. I would like it if we have some, but I'm not the person that makes that call. I would love for that, but I'm not going to make that call to get those answers. You guys shoot this show in the beautiful country of New Zealand. This time, I hope you do have to go through the Power Ranger boot camp. What has you excited about coming back to New Zealand this time around? Moya, I'm a foodie. If anybody even pays attention to any of my social media, that is my hobby. New Zealand has a lot of good food. Their brunch scene is pretty crazy out there. I can wait for that. Aside from filming and doing the show, that's something that I like doing there. The food and the sensory is really nice. So I'm ready for that. That's going to be so much fun. Kai is like my character, but in real life. He's a foodie. You wouldn't imagine, you look at Kai's fit and look at his body frame, you think this guy eats healthy every day. But Kai eats everything and it's amazing. I'm excited as well. I had a couple of brunch spots that I forgot the name of, and I just remember we're located, but we can't wait to hit those spots back up as well. But the whole experience from living in Auckland to the sensory, the beautiful water, the beautiful weather, and the amazing people in Auckland, I can't wait to touch back into that. On this beautiful Power Rangers Day, what message do you have for the Ranger Nation? Join Fite. My message to the Ranger Nation is, first, I love you all. That's coming from Ion, the Gold Ranger, of course. All of us do, but I just had to send a personal love. I love you guys. I would say, get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a movie. Moya, my message will be ready, because there are so many cool things coming. Really, it's not a cliche like pay attention to the show. No, there's something cool things coming. There's some cool reference coming. There's some cool characters development there. It's all coming, and it's happening right away. You won't have to wait longer. The Power Rangers Cosmic Fury synopsis, basically. For the first time since the original main movie Power Rangers debut in 1993, the current cast of Power Rangers Dino Fury will be returning as the beloved Power Rangers for the third season in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. An army of powerful alien beings is unleashed on Earth, threatening life as we know it. The team of Power Rangers, fueled by the prehistoric power of the dinosaurs, are recruited to deal with the threat. The adventures continues in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, with the team heading out of space. Goodness, this was such a long article, and I did not want to do that. I apologize to y'all, but I feel like I had to do that just to get some answers out of Kai Moya and Jordon Fite. But for the most part, I am glad that these two are just excited as we are about the future of the Power Rangers franchise. And mind you, this is the 29th anniversary of the Power Rangers right now. So happy anniversary and happy birthday to Power Rangers, especially Lady Morphin. But for the most part, Jordon Fite and Kai Moya, those two sound a lot of fun. They're very happy. They're just as curious as to know what's going on, what suits are going to be adapted from. Is it going to be original? Is it going to be adapted from Super Sentai? But personally, I think it's going to be completely original, because when you think about it, Cosmic Fury, in space, because if you read the episode description, you will know that the Rangers have traveled to Ravcon, and Jordon Fite opened the Cosmic Gateway, so it makes so much sense now that you think about it. So I don't think it's going to be adapted into any more Sentais just for the 30th season, which is the 30th anniversary. So yeah, this is a good interview. Jordon Fite, he's definitely my favorite part about this interview, when he was going to different school locations in Houston, talking to these kids about what's going on with the shootings and all of that. And when they were telling him that they were afraid to come to school because of what's going to happen to them, and I feel where he's coming from, because These kids are dying every day, and we can never forget about what happened in Texas when 9 kids' lives were lost. And that was just a wholesome experience to see that happen on TV and on the news. And the fact that it had an impact on Jordon Fite, because mind you, he is from Houston, Texas, so it makes sense for him to go there to visit these kids. And the fact that everywhere you go, people will look at you just because of your character on the show and how much you meant to them in the community, but the franchise as a whole. So it really goes to show you that even if you're a Power Ranger, you know, after the show, you're gonna be recognized everywhere you go. And I see nothing wrong with that, because if I were a Power Ranger on TV show, people will look at me, you know, differently because I was a Power Ranger on TV, and in real life, I know it's gonna be some adult fans as well that will look up to me as well. They say, hey man, I wanna be just like you. Like, I was this and that because of your character. And that would be a dream come true if I were to be an actor, you know, living in New Zealand for like 6 to 8 months filming Power Rangers. That would have been such an amazing thing to do. And I would have probably done the same thing as well if I visited my church in DC. Some kids everywhere, like from my church, like in Matthews. One of my members have kids, and they're gonna probably look at me and look up to me and take pictures with me because I was a Power Ranger on a TV show. Like, adult fans are gonna look at me as well. So I feel like Power Rangers, for the most part, under Hasbro, it's like a coming of all ages, not just kids, but teenagers and adults as well. It's for all, you know, it's for all ages. And Cosmic Fury is the one thing I'm more excited about. So I am looking forward to see what they have in store for us. So if y'all want the article, I will post it in the description. Like I said, this is such a long article. I don't like doing long videos, but I feel like I had to do it. And like I said, when I'm stuttering, I'll just edit this out. So yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. And if you are excited for Cosmic Fury, post it in the chat.